Well, Greenville County deputies say two people are in custody for bringing a teen into the woods and shooting him. Investigators believe the shooting happened near Roper Mountain Road and Commonwealth Drive after some sort of fight. The 14-year-old victim later showed up to that Walgreens at the intersection of Pelham and Roper Mountain Road extension. He was taken to the hospital where he went into surgery, and thankfully he's expected to recover. Investigators say the two suspects you see on your screen, Ginger Kane and Tiberius Rozier, had the victim in their car. They pulled over near the woods. That's where they shot him. They both face multiple charges, including kidnapping and attempted murder. Both suspects are at the Greenville County Detention Center with no bond.